Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and today I am sharing with you one of our favorite cookie recipes. It is inspired by this Martha Stewart cookbook and one of her favorite chocolate chip cookie recipes. I've started out with 2 sticks of butter and I've softened them in the microwave. I'm adding a 1/2 cup of sugar and 1.5 cups of brown sugar to my KitchenAid. I am using this mixer to make these cookies. And once all of that's incorporated, I'm going to add my vanilla. I am using Wilderness Poet's vanilla bean paste, and so I'm sifting it through this little sifter just so that I get some fine pieces. I'm also adding 2 eggs that I'm lightly beating before I add it to my sugar and butter. It already smells amazing. You have to kind of scrape down the edges when you're using a mixer like this. And while that's mixing, I'm going to start to get my dry ingredients ready. I am using 1 3/4 cups of flour and I'm sifting it through a little hand sifter. Now the original recipe calls for twice as much of everything, but I went ahead and I cut this recipe in half, and then I'm also freezing our cookies before we bake them so that we can have them on hand whenever we want. I'm also adding a 1/2 cup of cacao powder. This is also by Wilderness Poets, and this was my addition to the recipe. Adding 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to just sift that together just to mix it, and then I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of these dry ingredients to my wet ingredients and continue to mix it. You do have to clean it along the way just so that everything can get well incorporated. And then once this is all mixed together, then I'm going to add about 12 ounces of white chocolate chips. And my other special ingredient, I'm going to add marshmallows. Now I only had the large marshmallows, so we cut them into quarters, but you could use the mini marshmallows if you'd like. I used about 10 of them. And now we're going to put this onto our baking tray. I have my baking tray lined with parchment paper. They're about 1 inch in diameter, and I put about 6 per sheet. We're going to bake them for about 8 minutes at 350 degrees. They come out amazing, but do let them cool so that you're not burning your mouth on these delicious cookies. They are the perfect balance of crispy on the outside and amazingly chewy on the inside, and they're not too sweet because you've added that cacao powder, which really adds just a touch of chocolatey bitterness to these sweet, delicious cookies. I highly recommend this recipe. I do hope that you'll give it a try. You can find the complete recipe down in the description box below, as well as on my website at pepperandpine.com. And if you'd like to see what we're eating on a daily basis, you can find me on Instagram at pepperandpine.